Now, straightforward. Yesterday, I was billed to. Yesterday, with all the traffic in Lagos, I left early. In fact, my essay told me that the flight is 6 o'clock. So I ended up at the airport at about. The flight was 6:50 p.m. I got to the airport at 6:10. That's about 40 minutes before departure. They told me they have stopped checking. I said, why? We still have 10 minutes. My luggage has already been checked in, but you say you will issue body pass until you see me. So my sister had already checked in my luggage. So what is the problem? It's business class ticket. They said they finished checking in. A lady came with a big box, another person came, they issued them boarding pass. I said, but you said you stopped checking. Say they have already issued the boarding pass before. I said, why did you issue my own? When you check my man in, you should have also issued my own. Because the tickets are bought together. So, but I look at it, it's okay. Sometimes, you are pushed to the wall, but I decided, in this case, let them have their way. Why? Because on a good day, they keep to time. Even though I believe they infringe the rule. Because you can't change the rule 2 hours before the contract. The rule is 30 minutes before departure. Now you've suddenly changed it to 40 minutes. And my person was at the airport. You have checked my luggage in. Why would you just give me my body pass? I left. There were 2 other Ghanaians who were also stranded. As a Nigerian, whatever anybody say, I think we should be our own public relations officers of our country. So I told these guys, follow, let's go to the nearest hotel. I stayed at a Signature in Lagos. Now I had to check to Marriott Hotel in Ikeja. Because of that abuse by Ibom Air, I paid for 3 rooms. 3 ordinary rooms, no suites. And I'm told each of them is over 500 and something thousand. I paid about 1.6 something million for that decision. Myself and these 2 other Ghanaians. One of whom was visiting Nigeria for the first time. Now, I went to Airpeace. Because the other time I was to travel with them. Last minute, they postponed the flight to 8:30 p.m. Eventually, it was cancelled. So I said, okay, let me use the ticket. They said their flight was full. Okay. The manager said, I can come in the morning. They have a 6:30 a.m. flight. Okay, that's fine. So I rescheduled the ticket to 6:30 a.m. The lady also advised me I can check in online. Because for 6:30 a.m. flight, many people find it difficult, particularly with traffic in Lagos. So I checked it online at about 9 p.m. And I will show you the evidence here. So I got to the airport. I believe I must have got to the airport around 6 o'clock or a few minutes before 6 because I was staying at Marriott and there was no much traffic there. I didn't wait there. Marriott breakfast is 6:30, but I didn't have a flight to catch. So we all got there and I had no luggage. Check me. They said, unless if I have already previously been checked in, do I have online? Did I check in online? I said yes. They were surprised about that. So I showed them the phone, which I will show you. But the plane has closed. I said, how can the place close? Then another guy who was shouting there and the other 2 women, there are several people who were now fighting and shouting. One of them said he got a message at 5 a.m. that the departure time has now changed. Closing of counter has now changed from 30 minutes to departure to 45 minutes. So she woke up with her alarm she set up at 5 to open her phone to see that one. So she started rushing to the airport because now they have increased it by 15 minutes. And as she got to the airport, ahead of the original 30 minutes. And then they did not check her in. The other woman said she was traveling with Airpeace last week. And I have the evidence. I told her to give me the screenshot of the refund she got. She was delayed for 5 hours up to 12 midnight. Airpeace canceled the flight. She missed her connecting flight, Emirates Airline to Dubai. And then she was asked to file for refund. She paid on that particular occasion $160,000 for her ticket. And she filed for the refund. After a month, she was refunded last week $105,000. So she has forfeited $55,000. Plus her connecting flight that she has lost and the consequential losses arising from her not being able to travel that day. Again, today she was caught in this. I'm just giving you, because at least no matter what we say, even in war, you don't target women. Today, there were 2 women with babies. Now, as I said, I go to the airport, I have my checking in, they deny me. Then when somebody now went, I said, it's Oshiomhole. Then the senior manager came out. I said, okay, let's see how I can sort you out. I said, no. I don't want personal favor. I want my right and the right of these Nigerians to be enforced. Because this is the problem of Nigeria. So if I wasn't a senator, if I was not former governor, if I was not former NSC president, nobody knows me, but I have a valid ticket. I am here. The flight is on ground. I came with tea time. Why would you check me in? I don't want personalized solution. I want a general system solution. So don't do me any favor. Don't extend any courtesy to me. Even the video that is in circulation, you will hear what I said, don't do me favor. But they wanted to now shut me up by finding solution to me, then I abandoned these other people. I told them no. In fact, when the DSS eventually came, no, let me finish this. So I said, I don't want personal solution, I don't want favor. I want the right of Nigeria to be enforced, including my own right. God knows how I became senator. I could have been dead by poverty if God has not simply bailed me out. You know where I come from. Where I was born, there is no light. So God has given me this privilege. It's not the reason I will forget that if I find solution to myself, then I abandon others. So I said, okay, you know what? You cannot be selling more tickets. The day I cannot speak the truth, I don't deserve to mention my father's name. Say, you can't be selecting people who are willing to pay this extortion. And then you leave these other people who have no money to pay. So it's either you take everybody or you don't. I did that. Because the reason Nigerians are taken for granted is because somehow we don't want trouble, and more bigger trouble, we consume you. My philosophy is this. If you avoid a small fight, you will walk your way to war. So I'd rather fight a small battle than to have the country consumed by war. So I told the people, I said, look, people are already here. And then you provoke them. Now everybody will be abusing government. Then 5 people came. They're asking me what happened. So I said, fine, am I the one to tell you? You have a whole NACA, a regulatory agency. What are you doing? What is the policy of airline? 30 minutes before departure, whatever, if I'm at Heathrow Airport, if I'm traveling within Europe or within UK, 30 minutes. If it is international air, 1 hour. These are not to be changed by minute. So how can Airpeace, one man said he got maybe because they have his email. Me, I didn't have any such notice. They informed him at 5 a.m. that the checking in will close at 45 minutes before departure, no longer 30 minutes. So I asked the regulator, NACA, is the airline at liberty to change the terms of the contract 1 hour before execution? Because if the flight was meant for 6:30, and checking in to close by 6 o'clock, and you are sending notices out by 5 o'clock, that is 1 hour. You are changing the contract. How can people reorganize their travels? Even if they have chopper that they can overcome traffic. So I said, it's just not right. We hear these stories every day. I have been paid too, but today I can see it. I said, even a woman with a baby. So that, for me, was the problem. So we just said, look, the woman now drew my attention as if I have become an impromptu union leader. Comrade, please, they are selling tickets to people. They are carrying 200,000, 300,000 to people who are ready to pay. We who bought online, they say our ticket is, we are late, but they are selling new. So what they are actually doing at Airpeace is that because those who bought ticket online, these people paid 146,000 at the time they bought. Those who are buying today, emergency this thing, they are paid as much as 250,000. So they frustrate those who paid online at the rate quoted by them and give priority to those who have no previous reservation, who are ready to pay double the price, at the expense of those who have booked. If I was ready to play the typical Nigeria big man, quote and unquote, I would spend 1 hour there. I would spend 10 minutes. Because once it's a corporation, the wait is, I was listening. Then the manager came out, Your Excellency, sir, Your Excellency, sir, how are you? I said, I'm not fine. Okay, don't worry, I will sort you out. Because I said, no. Anything you want to do, do it for everyone. Because how will you sort me out? Even those I met there, who came before me, you are asking them to pay more money. Even for the next flight, well, they told me they have another flight for 8:30. So, if I want to be typical person, Nigeria big man, my face alone is identity. I said, don't sort me out. Don't extend any courtesy to me. Don't extend any privilege to me. Just enforce my right. And if enforcing right means I'm causing trouble, I want to cause trouble forever. Because I don't see how the world is going to prosper if people will do this kind of extortion. 109,000 more to be paid to be moved from 6:30 flight to 8:30 flight. Same destination, same airline, same terminal. Is it the old terminal, terminal 1 or old terminal? So this is the fact. So they try to compromise me. I said, no. When I say compromise, not that they want to give me, they want to allow me. But now in the process, Nigeria, they've heard my voice. More people are coming in. Oh, Oga, help us, Oga, help us. But how do I help? I have to now become unofficial spokesperson for the frustrated passengers. When they say block the gate, I was not with any policeman. I was not with any personal assistant. I was alone, and I carry my bag alone. So, can I alone block it? Can I? One person block it? So, what had happened is that these people who observed they were selling tickets draw my attention that they are selling, but they don't want to take us. It is that crowd that now blocked the gate. Even when the DSS came, the director in Lagos, the woman asked, okay, madam, you are a woman. Look at this woman. Look at her ticket, valid. They asked her to pay 109,000. They said it's not possible. They went to the ticketing officer. He said, yes, he had to pay 109,000. The lady asked, this is the DSS director, she asked, why? He said, because the next flight, she has to, this is the rate, he has to pay additional money. What is wrong with the current flight? Say, they are no more checking people in. But they are checking people. So I will show you, don't take it from me, I will show you the videos, because I was recording them while the women were shouting, oh, this country, is this how we are going to be? When they delay us, they don't refund us. This is how we suffer in this country. So I'm in this government. And the president has a ministry. Last year, we appropriated money for NACA to regulate, to protect interests of travelers and consumers. We have consumer council. So I wrote a letter on the spot on my WhatsApp to the minister that, please, the irreducible minimum responsibility of government is to protect citizens through the Ministry of Aviation in this case. We can't leave these individuals at the mercy of these ruthless, primitive capitalists. I have nothing against capital. We have settled for it, whether we like it or not. We are now in a so-called private sector driven. But it shouldn't be that you extort people without responsibility, without accountability, and the citizens are helpless. If other people think that is right, in my world, in my background, it is not right. And finding individualized solution to big men is the beginning of trouble in this country. Because when the big men are sorted out, then they don't care about what happened to the poor men. And they wanted to sort me out, and I refuse. Play the video, the one in circulation, the one they push out. That they said I didn't know they were recording. Listen to it, and I'm going to play while you listen to it. You hear where I said, I don't want favors. Because they were asking me, they can sort me out. If you sorted me out, you have not sorted out my countrymen and women. And when the director was saying I should leave, the woman said, Oga, don't leave us. Then one Benin, one the woman was speaking language to me. Please, if you leave, these people, we are their mercy. We will be stranded here. Then another passenger said, no, Senator Oshiomhole is not only representing Edo, he's a Nigerian senator of the Federal Republic. You cannot leave us here. What do I do? I was in pain. You know, if I was not a senator, because I'm not going to die twice, when I see that level of extortion, 109,000 for denying me my flight, I arrive on time, then I have to pay 109,000 for me to fly with you. So I said, how can you profit from your own incompetence? How can you profit from your own inefficiency? How can you extort the public unprotected? How? And you want to sort me out? You can't sort me out. If I could be sorted out, Obasanjo would have sorted me out when we used to fight in those days. And my idea of peace, the director of security came and said, Oga, I said, Director, you must understand, the director, that is a fire security. I said, fire security, you are here. Order your word, this boy is 30 money. What, not 5,000, not 10,000, no. I said, when you push people to the wall, and tomorrow they have given up hope, bullet does not serve as a deterrent. And that is why you will hear people say, Allah Akbar, when you shot, they kill. Allah, because you terminate their... I say, so be careful. When these airlines are doing what is wrong, the reason government set up NACA is for them to regulate, not to leave the traveling public at the mercy of private operators or even government operator, if we had one. So, this is what we come. So, how? Now, as I said, I couldn't even leave because they say if I leave, because somebody spoke language to me, they were now arguing, no, he's not the senator for Edo State, he's a senator for Nigeria. Sir, don't leave us here. If you leave us here, then the army people came. Said, no, don't worry. All of you will travel. Okay, let them give us our body pass to be sure. Now, if I abandon them, I am electable. I hold an elective office. And it is true, I'm not just a local senator, I'm a Nigerian senator. In my official DC, I'm senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And my salary is paid by Nigerian taxpayers. And so they were right when they said, when they spoke to the other woman, that look, this is not an Edo matter, it's all of us. So this is it. I feel terrible that criminals, a criminal is somebody who extorts money wrongly, who take undue advantage of your powerlessness. And they had the force to go and issue statement. But good enough, I had written to the minister in the morning, and ordinarily I was going to make it my communication between me and him. But given the facts now, I will release a copy of my message to him with few corrections. And I will back it up with the evidence, which you can cross-check from the director of SSS in Lagos, because she was there when the woman said she has to pay 109,000 more to move to the next flight. Eventually, before I left there, I was told that even that next flight had been cancelled. So if I agree to be sorted out, there will be no issue. But I can't be sorted out. That is who I am.
How did you invariably left?
Pardon?
How did you invariably leave the airport?
Okay. The Air Force, the DSS were saying, for as long as I stand here, even if I'm not talking, everybody who has problem will now come to me. Oh God, this is how they do us every day. Okay, so maybe if I leave, the tension, I say, but the tension may be, what will just happen that the people no longer have anybody to gather around him, but the problem remains. So we have to deal with this systematic extortion. It's not an ad hoc solution basis. But meanwhile, I have bought my ticket with ValueJet, which operates on schedule. And I came back with ValueJet. But these other people, do they have money to go and buy another ticket? We were told there, because the women are sniffing around at the men, that they say the 11 o'clock flight is even cancelled. They matched them, and when they match them, they have more passengers than the seats available. And then they begin to use these tricks to say they close the counter. I just refuse to be given, to be treated different.
So eventually, sir, you forfeited your the ticket you paid for.
Yeah. Let me see if I have I forfeited it. No, but I'm going to force it. I will even take them to court. No, it's not here now. But I came with ValueJet.
You were going to finish a statement somewhere along the line.
Which one?
You said if you were not a senator,
Yeah.
how would you have handled this case?
Oh, I would not have listened to anybody who say I should leave the place. I will remain there because I need the crowd. If I don't have state power and I don't have the power of capital, but I have the power of the people, I will challenge authority. That is my life. Particularly when it's so crude. A baby of 5 months old was being detained at the airport. How can I have comfort? I have children. I have grandchildren. If you have a country where it is who you are that enable you enforce your right, if you are not known, the rules that are meant to protect you are used against you, what's our hope? So, because I'm a senator, again, what they done, issued that statement. If I was not the senator, would they issue it? Now they want to say senators are bragging. But I will show you far to confirm everything I said. But if I was not a senator, I would have returned to informal organization of labor. Because we can't allow individual capital to exploit the masses. It's not done. On the floor of the Senate, I had the same complaint about NEPA, about discos. Yes. And I know we set up a committee on it, where individual private capital, you use your money to buy transformer, and it becomes the property of NEPA, and they don't recover it from your bills. They give you brand A. You pay some, and yet the power is not there. The state must protect citizens. I have no apologies over that. It's not all about building roads, water. Central to state is that the government is the greatest asset of citizens because they protect the weak from those who are powerful. If you read history, individuals can have private roads. They can have private jet. Whether the roads are bad or not is not their business. They can seek their own water board and not use public water system. They can fly to anywhere for anything they want. But the state provides the level playing field for ordinary citizens. That is why I'm a senator. And that's what I did when I was Labour president. And as governor of Edo State, I devoted more attention to poor people neighborhood. The facts are there. If you are familiar with Benin, there is what they call Coste Sidoro Road. Yes, that it was a dump site. People left the place. That is where I started building, and I named it after Gadifa Hemi. I believe that I'm a very privileged person. Even as president of Nigerian Labour Congress, I was driving SUV. I built my first house in 1976. Before I sold my property, I went back to school to understand the world and to be able to defend the working people, not just with courage, but also with intelligently. So I am not doing anything by accident. Everything I do is intentional. even now, I am at pain. I don't know what happened to those people. So if I was not the senator, I will stay until that matter is resolved. And I know that the more I stay there, the more people we gather, and Airpeace will have enough for their mischief.
So,
but they are lucky. I had to leave.
I haven't seen a copy of the statement that Airpeace wrote, but I don't know if you can speak to that particular statement. Were they in any way trying to attack you in that press statement?
They said, I read it, they said, in fact, it's very interesting. They said at about 10 minutes past 6, I came to cause confusion at the airport, that I was violating my language, and I manhandled 2 of their personnel. This small frame manhandle someone. Now, but take note of the product thing, according to them. But I know I came earlier than that. And even logic will show that I came earlier than that. They said I came at, they said at about 6:30, sorry, 10 minutes past 6, yes. I caused this trouble. I couldn't have caused the trouble before I entered the airport. And I couldn't have lost patience before I was frustrated. So I must have got to the airport before 10 minutes past 6. And I have online check-in ticket, which I will show you. Okay? So, if I came on time, why did I mean? And that they are opposed to violence, that I was, this is a conduct unbecoming of a senator. Because you see, the understanding of a senator is a big man who doesn't care about others. Once his privileges are provided for, I am different. And if you monitor my views on the Senate, I speak my mind. So, that's what they said, because they think that, you know, when you abuse a public officer, they will say, this is senator of Abiari. In this case, by the time you watch the videos, you will see that I was fighting for Nigerians who were being extorted. And that is the message I said to the minister. The moment I found that they were asking people to pay more to be able to move to the next flight, which is not even their fault. It's not a case of no-show. If any of you has traveled abroad, and for any reason you are at the airport, and they say, sorry, we can't carry you, so. You say, can we move you to the next flight? And they move you to the next flight, they might even give you accommodation. I have not seen where a ticket of value of 149,000, I need to now support my case with evidence in this public court. So bring my phone. Unknown to them, when those women were crying and lamenting, this country is like this country is like, I was recording it. And that is the reason why, when you say that this government, Nigerian government don't protect people, I am in this government. I'm not just a senator, I am an original pro. That's why I was removed as chairman of APC. No regrets. And therefore, I have vested interest in ensuring that individuals don't add to the hardship of people that make them go home and begin to cry and give up on Nigeria. No. No, it's not acceptable. So I will show you the videos. You will listen to these passengers who were complaining. You will see a woman who was carrying a baby, who was saying, how can this country be like this? You know, so it's not about me. I just refuse to do the usual thing that they thought some big men can do. A senator represents Nigeria. Not only at the chamber, wherever we are, our conduct must be seen to be in line with the public interest. Not that if you sort me out, quote, as the manager wanted to do, then I keep quiet. Victor, bring your own record, the one they put out. Okay. But bring my own phone too. Yeah, this is your phone. And do it sharp. No time. I need both of them. Okay, both. But see, this is like what happened to me with the First Bank when I was NSC president. Now, I'm not asking you to. They gave a notice that a husband and wife cannot work in the bank. So he doesn't think that it's just about me.
You don't need to read this, the minister's You don't need to read the minister's message.
Shut up. It is no longer secret. I wrote him not as Kayamo, I wrote him as Honorable Minister.
Well, look at this one you say, I should show that.
Okay, what is it?
This is The video
Open
they
it so it can be wider.
The video that is circulated. You
Open
send to all
it.
of you.
Is this still not
He does
openable?
not work this side. It's only works. I will send it to
Oh,
you.
no. Read it. See, this is the prayer I say I should not share it to you. You are already naked in the market. You say, hey, don't cover your body.
No, see what they showed?
Now, when you see where I come out, this is their own noise generally. No. Wait me here.
You are
This be talking now.
yes, and you were explaining to a manager. There was no point at the point. You were just explaining.
No, this is your phone. I will share some people are checking me here. You told us that those people go in, checked it online.
And you checked it
And I said no, that I checked it online.
In Nigeria, when they delay the flight for 2-3 hours, who pays up? Who pays up? And then you miss your flight 10 minutes, 5 minutes, they can't even consider. They have to pay the extra charges. It's too bad. I have paid them, every one of them have seen me and my head. This baby is not finished. She has been schooling if you look at her, that is her number. Schooling and going to this morning. And then after you feel like it's Nigeria. How do Nigeria go forward like this? If you enter the next flight, the next flight is $3 and the first flight. Second flight is $3 and the first flight. So if you pay all the money.
Is it your way to pay here?
No, sir. No.
No, sir.
This video has
Let me tell you another one.
At the point they get to serve us water and biscuit and mineral. After and it rain, I decided to return back to home and by 12 and ask for my refund. I feel the for my refund. Over a month, they refund the money, they refund 105 just last week. I have the alert. Out of 161,000 naira, only 105 was refunded. They did not refund me the complete money. Only 105,000 was refunded. From the 161,000 naira ticket that I bought.
Is it your way to pay?
No, sir.